Today we're talking with Tom Dokken of Dokken Dog Supply. Tom's going to tell us a little bit about shed hunting.
Well, shed hunting, this is probably the fastest growing sport for hunting dogs. You know, shed hunting, for people who don't know it, is deer every winter shed their antlers. And people have been doing this for a long time, just going out walking in the woods, looking, something to do maybe in that February, March, and April time frame. But now people are taking their dogs out as kind of an activity to go out. Let's take the dog and hey, if he can hunt birds, why can't he go along and find some antlers? So it's really becoming, you know, super, super popular.
You know, we're about to start some of the training drills here. This is the 2015 World Shed Dog Champion, Maddie. She won the championship a few years back. But all the techniques that we're using, including the silhouettes, are in the Shed Dog Trainer DVD. All of the little things that we do to, you know, not only create champions, but to, you know, give you the opportunity to have a real nice shed dog as well.
So we've come out with a product line. I love to bow hunt, you know, and a lot of people get into this as a result that they like doing it or they're deer hunters. You don't even have to be a deer hunter. A lot of people aren't. So I always shed hunted without a dog, obviously, and I wasn't the first person to teach a dog to find a shed antler, but I thought, man, you know, I'm a dog trainer. I should probably be teaching my dog to do this. Started doing it, just got into it, and who wouldn't like an opportunity to take their dog out and do one more thing?
Something for him to do.
Sure, and I get this question a lot. Well, if I train my hunting dog to find antlers, will it mess him up for birds? My answer is absolutely not. That antler will never have as much appeal as a bird will. So you're not gonna. So actually you get some cross training for your dog.
Sure.
What are you gonna be doing with your dog in like that February, March, and April? Probably not a lot. So it gives you something to do. So we came up with a product line, you know, to help people, you know, teach their dog to do it. Anywhere from our training DVD to training book. It kind of gives you the sequence of what you need to do and how to go about it. Right down the line as far as silhouettes are used, and I know we did a DVD or did a little bit of video on that today of how to use these products. The silhouettes are something that we use to give a dog a good visual of there's something, this is what I should be looking for out in the woods. We start teaching by putting that out and putting an antler by it, because not only are they going to be capable of going out looking and seeing where there's one, but they're going to use their nose as well.
Okay. So this is not just a visual thing. There's also scent involved.
Right, and you know, on an antler, when it falls off the deer, there's going to be just like a little waxy ring and maybe just a little bit of blood on that, and the dog is going to actually target that smell.
Okay.
Now, if there's something that's been out there for 3-4 years, it's going to lose that. So the dog is going to give the ability, he's going to smell stuff. So let's say you're in a CRP field, which you're not going to be able to see many things in high grass. The dog's going to actually be able to help you there.
Okay.
So we have rack wax, and that simulates the actual smell that they're going to be smelling, and that's put on the antlers that you're going to train with, your shed antlers. So the supporting products are that. You know, we have a starter antler here. If somebody, you know, wanted something light to work their dog with, it's a plastic antler. We put rack wax on that, or you can take a regular antler and put your scent on that as well. We have it's called a rack rope, but what it is if you were training a hunting dog, you had a bunch of dummies, you know, and when we start practicing, we're going to be hiding a half a dozen dummies out there for the dog to find.
Got to carry a bunch of them.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is you just strap that around the base of the antler, so you, as your dog comes back with them, you've got a good way to hold on to them. So these are just things we know, you know, from doing our other training as well. One problem that you're going to run into is you start putting a bunch of antlers out, and I've had this happen to me. I get out there and I'm training a dog and trying to, you know, okay, I got to get him where he can find these things, and I go like, where the heck did I put like that fourth one?
Hard to see.
So I'm standing around in circles, and dogs go, what are we doing? So, you know, our rack markers, you just want to take some of this, take a little bit off, and actually just put it on a twig or put it on a brush where you planted it.
So it's just a visual for you.
Yeah, it's for you more than anything else. Okay. So you can help it out. As you get better and better at this, we're going to put scent on it. We're going to get the dogs to the point where they're using their scent to, you know, start locating. But you're also going to start realizing that what's going to happen is your dog is actually tracking you.
Okay.
To an extent. You're going like, boy, he's really doing great. And he's finding everything I put out there. But he's actually tracking.
He's just following your footsteps.
He's tracking. And I go, that's okay, because actually he's finding things. But when you really go and do it for real,
Right. Not gonna have the help.
you're not going to. So then what we'll do is we've got rack wash, and the antlers that you're using, that you're out there training with, they're going to have your scent all over them,
Okay.
as well as your rack wax, and his scent is probably going to be on them. So when the dog gets real proficient about going out and finding, we need to take it to that next level.
Okay.
And so then what we're going to do is we're going to put fill this bucket up about halfway with water. We're going to put our rack wash in there. Then you're going to take your antlers. You don't want them too big that you can't put them in there. Get them in there, get them soaking, clean them off. And then what I suggest is that you handle them with rubber gloves.
Okay.
Because as soon as you take them out of there,
Right. Your scent's going right
your
back
hand
on.
scent is on there. And then it's in the book and the DVD. So when you get to that level, you're going to handle them with some rubber gloves, and then you're also going to be wearing rubber boots.
Okay.
Just deer hunters know you don't
Sure.
want to leave a lot of scent. Then you start hiding those antlers. So we're now getting to the stage where the dogs are getting to where you're
having
about
to
ready
work.
to go out
Sure.
and do it. And I always tell people, when you go to that level and you start descenting your antlers and just putting a dab of the rack wax on, just a little bit, you're going to say, well, he's not doing as well. Well, he's adapting.
Sure.
It's something different. And then, people go, well, what do you do with those things? What do you do with those antlers? Well, it's like, they're kind of trophies.
Sure.
Because finding an antler is not
It's a
like
big deal.
around every bush. I remember the first time after I trained my dog to do it and did all the training. And remember, I've seen hundreds of thousands, probably millions of retrieves over 40 years of training. The first time I was out there, I'm looking, and the dog shows up. We're doing the real thing.
Right.
And he shows up with one. I was like a little kid.
Right.
Like, you gotta
Right,
be
all
kidding me.
works.
This is cool. So what do you do with them? Well, if you went over to our house, and in this room that we're in here right now filming, there's antlers
Sure.
everywhere. So this is just like a game strap. It's the North American Shed Hunting Dog Association, which is now an association you can join. There's trials all over the United States. World championships are held at our
Really?
place in Minnesota every year. The dogs from all over the country will come and compete. But we hang all our antlers
Sure.
up. So they're true trophies. And the neat thing about this, it's a non-shooting sport.
Okay.
You want to do this in the suburbs?
Right.
There's deer in the suburbs.
Sure.
So you can take the kids, and you'd be surprised on how many gals are involved with the competitions that are out there and doing it. It's family. You can
Sure.
take the kids. So it's just a sport that you can pretty much do anywhere. And I tell people when I'm doing seminars, I say, and I'll be in a major city, and I say, there's probably some of the best shed hunting is probably
Right.
within 10-15 minutes of where we're
Sure.
here, because those deer aren't getting hunted.
Right.
They're in somebody's backyard eating out of the bird feeder.
Yep.
And the opportunity to shed hunt is right there. So the opportunity's out there. It's a great family deal. It's one more thing to do with your dog, and it's like growing gangbusters right now.
Really, really wonderful, especially off season.
Absolutely.
For the hunting dogs.
Love
it's
it.
It's a great way to keep your training up and give them something to do, something physical.
Correct.
It's good for you too.